Hello everyone, my name is Muhammad Hafeez. I just graduated from Beijing University of Post and Telecommunication, Beijing, China. I am very happy to participate in third International Conference on Economic Management and Green Development 220. Today I will talk about one of my PhD thesis paper, and this paper is about an empirical evaluation of financial development and carbon footprints nexus in Belt and Road. So my talk is distributed in among the 5 steps. The 5 steps are introduction. Then I will like to highlight some fact and figure regarding the Belt and Road, and after that I will discuss data and methodology. And next, I will describe the data analysis, the finding of the study. And lastly, I will discuss some conclusion and policy proposal based on the results. The first, that finance plays an important role in fast-growing economy, and financial sector evolving is an important instrument of economic growth and enhance financial system economic efficiency. With the financial development provide economic benefits that still some adverse effect, and financial development lead to serious environmental problem and spoils natural resources in various way. So let's take an example, like financial development shapes the consumer desire to acquire big tickets such as housing, machinery, air condition, and cars. And as a result, energy demand increases and environmental problems. On the other hand, it also provides free access to capital financial market, and it's especially investor create new factories, capital installation, which continuously increase energy consumption level and emit more waste and carbon dioxide in the environment. This issue is important regarding financial development mechanism. Now I would like to tell how financial development affect the carbon emission or environmental pollution with a different aspect. The number one is a wealth effect, then scale effect, then investment effect, and lastly, the financial openness. So these are the different transmission mechanism with respect to the financial development and environmental degradation nexus. So it can be described. And then what is the motivation behind this topic is that, Belt and Road. So why Belt and Road is more important? Because China always believe that all countries are large and small, they are equal. And China believe also on responsibility rather than the leadership. So Belt and Road Initiative is a major strategic component of China's policy, Go Global policy, announced by the President Xi in 2013. And initiative has its roots based on ancient Chinese philosophy of Silk Road spirit, and which advocates the promoting peace, cooperation, openness, inclusiveness, and mutual learning and mutual benefits among all civilizations. So Belt and Road has 2 main routes, and the one route connects Asia, Central Asia, Europe to China with respect to the road and railways, and that is the Silk Economic Belt. And the second one is the 21st century maritime Silk Road, and it connects the South Asia, Southeast Asia, Middle East, Africa, and Europe to China with the strip of the seaports. And it can be elaborated. With respect to the next, if we can see in this picture. In this picture, we can see that the red lines are proposed route by the President Xi, and the green lines are traditional existing and traditional historical routes which are used for the trade and communication among the regions. And it can be elaborated further with respect to this picture. If we can see in this picture, the black line shows that the China is connecting the Central Asia, and then Greece and Europe, and then Russia, and then again to the Netherlands, then to Italy. And it's a landlocked strip which connect all these regions to China and for the welfare of mutual welfare. On the other hand, if we can see that in this picture, the blue line depict that the connectivity of China and different seaport to Indonesia, Sri Lanka, India, and then Kenya, and after that it's Middle East and then towards the Europe, Athens, and then Italy. So based on these importance, that Belt and Road has some significance. The significance is that the 65 countries, now the 71 countries are contributing, the participating in this project, the plan, Belt and Road. Among of the 24 countries from the Europe, 15 from the Middle East and North America, Africa, and 26 from the Asia. And they also have some significant effects, such like the 38.5% of land area of the world, 62.3% of world population. And beside all these, the 30% of the world GDP belongs to this region. And it also contains the 24% of household consumption of the world, and 40% of employment, and then 25% of agriculture sector. And based on this, what the data and methodology part will explain the study. I have selected the 49 countries, and among the 65, now it is 71 and more countries participating in this region. And 49 country economies are selected based on data availability, and these are shown from 1 to 49 in this table. And here a variable description, because we have measured the carbon footprint with respect to total greenhouse gas emission. And financial development has measured with respect to the different proxies, the number one, domestic credit to private sector by the banks, domestic credit to the private sector by private sector, domestic credit provided by the financial sector, and except all these other control variables have been used in the analysis. And now, because we are using the data, scanning data, so first of all, we need to know either these countries are cross-section independent or independent. After that, we have to check the panel unit root, and after that, we have to finalize the methodology, and the methodology can be figured out from this chart. And next, we have elaborated the conceptual framework regarding this paper. And because financial development is an essential instrument of financial sector and economic efficiency and financial efficiency, and that's why every economy try to decrease the financial cost and risk respectively to transmit the signal to the other economies and investor to invest there. And so we have used the carbon footprints is a function of the financial development indicators, and then economic growth, foreign direct investment, urbanization, urban population, and then energy consumption. And after that, I have just explained here the final results regarding estimated from the DK standard error method. So the second column depict the financial development banking sector model, and then the third column depict the financial sector, and the fourth, last one, depict that the private sector. In all estimated models, that financial development indicators have a significant statistically negative and significant impact on carbon footprints. It means that indicators are helpful to decrease the carbon footprints or greenhouse gas emission. And on contrary, economic growth has a positive impact, more economy, more activities, and it increases the carbon footprints in the region of the BR region. And what are the conclusion? The first conclusion we can drive from the analysis from this paper, that all financial development indicators and FDI decreases the carbon footprint in BR region, Belt and Road region. And secondly, it also tells us the financial development is an appropriate tool to sustain the environment clean through the implementation of the financial reforms, economic growth, and energy consumption positively linked with the carbon footprints due to the economic activities. And however, urban population also have some adverse effect on the carbon footprints. Based on these all analysis, we recommend some policy implication, just like the first policy maker can integrate regulation of carbon footprint with economic growth policies. And secondly, the carbon pricing is another solution for the firm who practice the old technology to produce dirty products and invest in projects that rely on the dirty technology. And in order to address the positive impact of energy consumption on carbon footprints, it's necessary to allocate the resources for efficient uses of renewable energy and energy conservation projects in order to moderate the environmental regression. And thank you so much for listening.